All right, everybody, welcome back to our last video for our second week of Compassion Camp. Have you had an amazing time this week? I just want to remind you that in person we are doing the create section, create and play section, the movement section, and the compassion and action section. So if you are doing those things on your own, make sure that you take care of doing those things with your family. But if you're going to join us for the Friday at 10 a.m. in-person time, we will have all the materials you need there to do that stuff, okay? Well, now we're going to get to the very last thing. I'm so glad that we got to get this far together today. When you get a chance, please send any kind of pictures or videos you may have taken of your family participating in Compassion Camp to me on email. It's jriddle@fumccolumbus.org. So you can send it there, or you can post them on our FUMC Family Facebook page so we can all see all the things that you're doing with your family this week. Last time we learned how compassion begins with seeing and welcoming, right? So this week we learned compassion helps us to be brave, right? And being brave sometimes means that we don't know what will happen when we show up. The friend who was paralyzed didn't know if his friends would help him. He didn't know if he would get to see Jesus. The friends didn't know what would happen when they got to the house to see Jesus. Maybe they wouldn't get into the house. Maybe the religious leaders or even Jesus would see them and turn them away. Maybe the friend who was paralyzed wouldn't receive healing. He wouldn't be able to see that miracle. So let's think together. How were the friends brave? How was the friend who was paralyzed brave? Who else do you think was brave in the story? I think that compassion helped each of them to be brave. The friend who was paralyzed had courage to ask his friend for help. The friend's courage made them determined to do all they could to help him. And Jesus's courage showed the friend who was paralyzed that he was loved and accepted. We can be brave because we are filled with God's love, and God promises always to be with us. Let's sing our song, Brave Enough, together. I'm going to play it for us again, and we can sing along.
2, 3, 4.
We are brave enough to love. We are brave enough to show compassion. We are brave enough to listen and tell the truth. We are brave enough to love. We are brave enough to show compassion. We are brave enough to listen and tell the truth. We can be brave. We can be brave because we love with love from the bottom of God's heart. Because we be brave. We can be brave.
Back to the beginning.
We are brave enough to love. We are brave enough to love. We are brave enough to show compassion. We are brave enough to listen and tell the truth. We are brave enough to love. We are brave enough to show compassion. We are brave enough to listen and tell the truth. We can be brave. We can be brave because we're filled with love from the bottom of God's heart. Because we're filled with love from the bottom of God's heart. We can be brave. We can be brave. We can be brave. We can be brave.
Yes, friends, we can be brave. Do you believe that? We can for sure be brave, even when things are hard, even when things look impossible. We can be brave so we can help love others. When we see people who are sad, happy, lonely, scared, or hurt, we can feel it with them. That's our empathy. That's the first step. To act on our empathy, we follow Jesus' example of compassion. Sometimes it is helping someone do something hard. Sometimes it is being honest about who we are and what we need. Sometimes it is showing love and acceptance for the person in front of us. These things can be hard. It's okay. We can trust God to give us the courage to be brave with our compassion. Let's close in the same way that we opened this week. Place one hand on your head and one hand on your heart. We are doing this because compassion happens in our brains, but we often feel it in our hearts. Would you repeat this prayer after me? Dear Jesus, your compassion always looked like courage. Strengthen our hearts with your bravery. As we risk, reach out, and lift up our siblings near and far. Help us keep our eyes on you. Amen. Well, friends, thank you so much for joining us. Don't forget to post your videos and pictures and all of the good stuff you've been creating. Share with us your craft projects, your coloring pages, anything that you're doing together to help make compassion real in your life. And don't forget the daily examine pages that you have in your packet. These will help your mom and dad lead a conversation with you at a meal, at lunchtime, or at dinner time, before bed, to just help you think more about what it means to welcome your neighbor by being brave. Also, in your packets, you have this awesome coloring page that has the prayer that we just prayed in it. So you can color that too. Show me your finished work. It will be amazing. Well, friends, I am so excited that we got to be together for the second week of Compassion Camp. Don't forget to join me next week for week 3. I can't wait to see what's in store for us then. Bye.